Hey, it's Audrey, day 14, coming back to you, coming to you from a completely new location. We're at the Heron Islands, which is a little bit outside of where we've been. I just got down there chilling, paddleboards. The White Eagle is off over there in the distance, and this is a this is a very small island. There are no bears on this island that I can see. I've just walked around the whole island, but it's super nice to be here. And man, guys, yesterday was rough. Like the hardest day that I've felt in probably months, honestly. I don't know what was going on. I just felt so sad and just like I kept saying that I felt so ungrounded, which was kind of funny because I was actually on a boat when I kept saying that. And it's like, well, no kidding, you feel ungrounded. You're literally like moving all over the place and your schedule and like your day is kind of on all of these unknown whims, just the nature of the day yesterday. And nothing just really flowed well. And I just felt really out of sorts and just really out of touch. And I know there's a lot of big energy going on and everything like that. So, anyway, I'll just tell you guys what I did was I I reached out to some people. I reached out to actually like my mom and my sister and some of my best girlfriends, and I just got super honest with how I was doing and let myself just cry to them. And I don't usually do that. I don't usually have that release with others, and I think part of this was just kind of brought out because like my brother's service is in a month, and so now we're just there's a lot more coming up around all of that and preparing and just bringing it all more real and just considering how life is different and just what is going to be happening. So that brings me to today's topic, and that is living in the present moment and just being where you are when you're right there. And and just like being in the flow. So I generally am like super good at this. Like I generally can just like flow, no problem. But since I've honestly started this series of coming back to you, I've really committed to a few things in my life for myself. And depending on where we are or what we're doing, those things may or may not always be accessible to me. And I really have to like be prepared to be able to adapt and be flexible and just be on the fly. Um, and sometimes that's easier for me than others. Um, but I did forget a few things as I told you about yesterday. Um, and now we woke up this morning on the sailboat and heard a lot of people around because epic tides right now, great tide pooling. And so we hit the boat and hit the road. I don't know what you say when you are in a boat and you're driving away. But anyway, that's what we did and came over here to these islands. And just have some time just to be in the moment, to be present and just to reflect. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Whatever you have going on, if you're feeling the heavy, angsty energy that I was feeling yesterday, or if you're feeling light and motivated and inspired, or whatever is going on for you, just really being able to tap into the energy of the present moment and the gifts that are right here, our heart that keeps beating, our lungs that keep filling with air and oxygenating our entire body and all of our cells, and just this moment. For me, the sun is on my face right now. It feels so good. You can hear the water rushing near me and by me, see the sun glistening off of the water's edges. It's really it's just really peaceful. There's a lot of there's a lot that comes up for me in these moments of like, you can just be present and just enjoy your life and, feel this peace. Um, this was something that I used to work really hard to try and find and attain and, plan for and everything like that. And that was just part of the flow of life. And it didn't happen like that because things were feeling really comfortable or easy or good. It was definitely a lot of forcing uphill and finally letting go and finally letting the finally letting the flow of the universe like kind of just align with my own truth and not try to fight everything and go what was against the grain in life. So for me, it's been a lot of like self-evaluation these last couple of days, just really looking at like what if there's an identifiable place for that energy other than just grief and life and change, like are there any areas that I can grow or expand in? Are there any areas that I can let go and release? And I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. And we went over to dinner Friday night to some family actually who live over here in this remote area. We went over and visited them, which was really super special and really nice to connect. And she asked me at one point during the evening um, if I felt like I had anyone to go to during my times of grief or during like, the times of challenge or whatever. And, I think just that question, it's funny. I looked down right then and I just think that question, little eagle feather, really just kind of stirred up a little bit for me because I always my past role in my family and just in my life has always been like the strong one, and I felt like the one that like needs to like do the things when somebody dies, or like I don't want to bring my grief and my burdens to them because they're grieving too. And I think we all kind of feel that way, so we're all just being like careful but also respectful but also wanting to be there for each other too. And I just have to say, yesterday, whatever the energy was, I got to let go of the storyline. I got to let go of this feeling that I've had that I can't go to certain people with my sadness because I don't want, to impact them negatively. When that's exactly what I needed yesterday. I just needed to cry to my mom and talk to her and just have like a really loving connection with her and to receive, like she's evolving constantly. It's amazing. And just to receive like this this love and care from her and the wisdom that is within me. Like I don't always see it and I don't always feel it, especially when I'm not feeling super grounded. And so it's just so helpful to have friends and family just to see you and to love you and to share with you, um just the support and just the reminders that we are not alone and we are so supported. And just to connect to the God within us and God, just the God source energy. And that's just right there. And we don't have to stay disconnected from it. So I'm super grateful. That was a 1 day energetic experience for me yesterday. I don't feel that way today. I'm very grateful. And I'm glad that I had, the resources to tap into to make it through and to continue to expand and just be present in this ever evolving and changing life. So whatever you're going through, whatever you have going on in your life, just know it's going to change. It's not always going to be that way, right? The polarity, the ups, the downs. It's just like we romanticize our life in so many different ways in our minds, and um, it can kind of come crashing down sometimes if we have expectations of things to be different than they are. And honestly, I don't know why I'm saying that right now because I don't really have any expectations of my life that would be different. Maybe just in I think what I'm speaking to is just like just living different, right? Like I live a very different life than I used to live, and um, it's completely in alignment with my truth and feels really amazing. But there's still like the romanticized like feelings of like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm not driving my kids to school. Like, I'm not making their lunches, like, yeah, I'm spending a ton of time with them other than that, but it's just different. And so even when you are living in alignment with your own truth and your own experiences. Some oyster catchers, that's cool. Our minds can still try to trick us back out of the present. And I'll just say that it's our opportunity and to take care of ourselves, do what we need to do, and tap into the support when you need it. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to chilling on the beach, this little rocky island. Thanks for tuning in. Day 14. Can't believe it. Almost halfway through. Have a good day, you guys. Shout out to Serena.